The gospel text of today is divided into three parts. In the first part, Jesus speaks about causing scandal. In the second part, about forgiveness. And in the third part, about faith. In the first part, he asks anyone who is a disciple that they must not be a cause of scandal. The Greek word skandalos means to be a stumbling block in front of someone. If my words cause scandal, if my actions cause scandal, then I need to change my words and my actions. Anyone who professes to be a disciple of Jesus has to live as Jesus did. And if they live in any other way by causing people to stumble, they are not worthy of the name Christian. They are not worthy of the name disciple of Jesus. So my life has to be a scandal-free life. My life has to be a life which edifies others. My life has to be a life where people look at me and are inspired to be the same. This is the first part which Jesus exhorts his disciples to do. In the second part, Jesus gives very practical advice. Namely, if a person wrongs you, you have to correct that wrong. You have to point out to the person that he or she did not do right and wronged you. You have to rectify that wrong if possible, but you must never keep the unforgiveness in your heart. Most doctors worth their salt will tell you today that one of the larger reasons for our ailments is the resentment, the bitterness, the anger, and the unforgiveness in our hearts and in our minds. Because the psyche, the inner person, is affected with all of these negatives. The soma, the outside, the body is affected, and that is why the doctors call them psychosomatic ailments. So if you are suffering from any of these psychosomatic ailments, which are fistula and piles and stress diabetes and hypertension, you need to ask yourself whether this is the case with you. Are you holding in your heart resentment? Are you holding in your heart bitterness? Are you holding in your heart envy and jealousy and anger against others? If you are, now is the time to give it up. Right the wrong. Meet the person who has wronged you and dialogue with them. Carefront them. But it makes no sense whatever to hold the resentment in your heart and do nothing about it. And finally, the disciples asked Jesus to increase their faith. And in his response, Jesus gives a definition of faith which we can ask ourselves whether we will take as our own. Namely, faith means to believe before you can see. Faith means to believe even when you cannot see. Many of us are wont to say, seeing is believing, or let me see, then I will believe. And the Lord says, believing is seeing. First believe, and then you will see. Let us hear the Lord then today as he asks us to live scandal-free lives, asks us to forgive for the sake of our own health, and to have faith, which is to believe even before we see.